Rich Carucci. Rich!
All right, folks, welcome to this episode of Banter. We're kind of banter in quarantine. We're going to try something new tonight. We're going to do a Zoom. I got Brad Bruckner on the line. It's my my twin brother from a Jewish mother. How you doing, Brad?
Amazing. Doing really well. How are you doing, Rich?
I'm doing good now. I got to ask, it's your birthday today. Happy birthday first off.
Although it is my birthday, I'm not sure if you heard, but it's been postponed.
It's been postponed because of the
for another date and time. And we were they gave me a tentative date of June 24th, but we have to see, what other birthdays are going on at the same time, whether or not that date is actually available.
Yeah, it's all up to Trump, I think. He's going to
Yeah.
make the final decision on your birthday.
Right. So I'm looking forward to maybe celebrating this summer in conjunction with the Olympics.
In the summer? Yeah. Oh, yeah. They postponed the Olympics too. Like, that's big time right there. That's bigger than shutting down the comedy clubs. But now, are you still working, or are you quarantined? What's going on?
So as we all know, my comedy life has been, this is the closest thing I've done to comedy in a while. It feels like forever. And it's also the first show I've ever done without shoes on. So.
Well, you know what? Your career's not over yet. You never know.
Yeah. I may actually try to go shoeless on stage one time.
That could be a thing.
Yeah.
Shoeless Brad Bruckner.
Well, I may not be able, after all this, I may not be able to afford shoes.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. It's hurting everything. I mean, we're all up in arms here, but I see everybody trying new ways. They're all being put creative out there, which is good. Now, what are you doing to pass the time?
I can't talk about it on your show. But honestly, that's what I do pretty much all the time. Yeah, no, I actually have to still do my day jobs.
Well, thank you for that.
So I still have we're used to working remotely, so working via Zoom and Skype and whatever else, email and texting and Facebook Messenger and all those things. I'm kind of used to. It's not foreign to me. I won't go into it, but I work with people all over the world, all the time, and it's amazing to hear from everybody else that's going through the same thing. And Europe and India and China and Malaysia and all those places. So.
Wow. So you're getting a hands-on. You're not having to go through the media like we do. You're actually talking to people who are in these areas. So you get a first-hand account.
Yeah, and everyone kind of says the same thing. They all say I don't look that great on camera.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
That's big news. So now, are you using this time? Are you writing a lot? Are you coming up with? Is everybody going to be going out there after this doing coronavirus jokes? What do you think's going to happen?
I think they're already getting a little bit old, don't you think?
Yeah.
I'm more worried about like how is our life going to change after this, right? Like, is the handshake a thing of the past, or have dogs had it the right way all this time? Like maybe we'll just start sniffing each other. I don't really know.
Well, unfortunately, a lot of times we have to sniff each other anyway because of the hygiene. But I don't know. A lot of people don't shake hands anymore anyway. You get the fist pump. You never know. I mean, we're comics, so we're out there all the time. We see guys every day. Even before this, you don't remember who's the fist pump guy, who's the high five guy, who shakes hands. I mean,
yeah, I know.
I've
always been a big handshake guy. Because I'm old school. I came from.
I'm a hugger, man.
You look them in the eye and you give them a firm handshake. And now, we may just have to blow in their ear. I'm not sure what the protocol is going to be.
Yeah, God forbid you hug somebody now. I mean, I'm a hugger. I just am. I'm a big guy, so I was always a handshake guy, a hugger. I'm not quick enough for the fist pump and cool enough for that stuff,
Right. A lot of people may not have understood when you said you're another brother from a Jewish mother. And what he meant by that is I'm Jewish, and he's not. But that's not the only thing. My kids, you can't tell now because I don't know what's happened to Rich over the last couple of days with his beard, but there's a picture that Rich has, and it was on all of his posters. And my kids once saw the poster, and they said, "Dad, how did you get on the show? You're not good enough." And And I said, that's not me, that's Rich Carucci. And they're like, it's you, it's you, it's you. And I'm like, then I of course I went to my wife and said, do you know Rich Carucci? And then she didn't. So it's hard to tell now, but we actually look a lot alike. And
Absolutely.
I don't go to the gym nearly as much, so I'm not in the same type of shape. What are you doing about the non-use of the gym?
Well, to tell you the truth,
You've been in the gym more than germs.
I you know what? I loved it towards the end because everyone's like, that's one of the places that have the most germs, but there was no one there the last week. Everyone was at the supermarket. So
I never joined a gym because I always felt that you were there for me. I mean, if you're gonna do those better comedy shows, then you might as well be the one working out for me too.
If only we could have hooked up in high school, we could have like split the classes. You could have went
or the women. That way I would have had, you know, some to pawn off.
But before the gym shut down, my wife decided she had to hoard chicken breast and dumbbells, so we had to go to all these sporting goods stores and buy all the dumbbells so she could put them at her house.
No, you can use the chicken breast to work out, but I don't think you can eat the dumbbells.
I can't, but she can't be without them. So then her landlord is a welder, so I went outside and made her like a bunch of stuff she could work out with, old school, like, you know, Rocky 2 type shit.
Wow,
you know?
Good for you. Yeah.
Yeah, as long as I don't have to lift it, I'm okay. So
Right.
I go for walks, but you know, today we ate like 8 donuts we split, so it's being rough. But we've preferred not to quarantine together because, you know, after 15 years of marriage, why start now, you know?
Yeah, I've been forced to be with my family for the first time in a while, and I'm actually, honestly, they don't love it, but I'm actually enjoying it. I finally get to yell at someone other than my employees.
Yeah, I couldn't get that at my house. It's been nothing but chaos. My son and his girlfriend had a little bit of a spliff yesterday. I had to move her out, and, you know, all kinds of stuff you want to do during the quarantine. So
yeah, there are. I'm honestly, you know, most comedians and me included are not usually the most positive people. We're a little bit cynical, just a little. But in this case, I kind of, there's some nice things coming out of all this, like spending time with like, honestly, people have always said, what do you want to do for your birthday? This is the first year I've ever gotten to do what I want to do for my birthday, which is nothing.
that's beautiful. It is beautiful. And yeah, people are taking a time out. I think that's good, and people are going to appreciate stuff a lot more. And it looks like the earth is making somewhat of a little comeback. Hopefully it doesn't realize that we're the virus and get rid of us. But you know, everybody's
You
like,
mean
I never had time
in terms of there's not as much traffic and pollution.
Right.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was thinking about that today. I was wondering if that's if the earth is saying, what the fuck's going on? Like everything, all of a sudden, you know, it's a breath of fresh air. No pun intended.
Yeah, you never know. But yeah, you're quarantined with your family, so you're not used to spending a lot of time together. That's got to be rough. I mean, I have my son with me, so we're trying not to get each other's nerves. My wife has her own place, so she's like, maybe we should quarantine together. You know, That's a big move.
Yeah.
She's like, in case we die, we could die in each other's arms, right?
Oh, that's really nice. Yeah. It's the equivalent of giving like someone a top drawer. Every time I say something that I think is funny, the internet connection goes out. So
is that what it is? It's like
it's either that or it's kind of what I'm used to at a comedy show. Like right after a punchline, there's silence.
Or the microphone. I love the microphones there in the club when it kicks off. But I told her, listen, if we quarantine together, we're not going to die in each other's arms. We're going to die in each other's hands. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I do know what you mean. Yeah, that's.
Keep it nice. But
yeah.
Now, did you have to go out? Did you see people going nuts buying all the stuff and stock it up on toilet paper? And
yeah, the toilet paper thing is you can't buy it. Like there's people literally, you know, doing like toilet paper drug deals, and by the way, I'm getting a lot of money for it, so I'm pretty happy about it.
Now, what do you make of that? Why are people still trying to find out why?
I don't know. You know, the disease has, I don't, from what I hear, you don't get diarrhea. You just can't taste and smell and you get a fever. And so it's not like you actually need extra toilet paper. So I don't know what the mad rush of toilet paper is, but whatever the case is, I think we did a Costco run right before the virus, so we have enough for like another couple months.
Yeah, that shocked me that the toilet paper. I thought people would hoard, of course, water. But I'm pretty much like, as a comic, I gotta say, and a lot of people say to make it fun of it, but as comics, we're pretty much, this is like our regular life, except not getting on stage. Like, I'm retired from my job, so pretty much I just hang around all day anyway, and it's just now I can't get up. But everybody's on my time now, like no time.
Right. Yeah, I think comics are the most prepared for this of anybody. We're like, I mean, even economically, it's hard for everyone. But instead of making $20 a night, we're
where you pay 16 for toll. So
at least, yeah, I may be ahead of the game.
That's how I'm thinking. I go, man, listen, that's why people are like, all these conspiracy theorists are, they're going to, somebody's taking over. We're going to turn socialist, communist. I'm at the bottom of the totem pole. I'm broke. Basically, whoever takes over, it's a different haircut and possibly a different uniform for me. My life changes no way. You know what I mean? Like, we're comics. They're going to need laughter. Every kingdom needs a jester, so we'll be all right.
Right. I wish the jester got promoted to like a different level, though.
It never does.
Like, you don't make me laugh, then off with your head.
Well, you know what? If only this disease affected comedians, and like every third comedian died from it, and like 5 of their friends. You know what I mean? Like, thin the herd. I don't mean it in a nasty way, but geez, there's so many comedians out there. I mean,
yeah, but Rich, there's always going to be a lot of comedians, but there's never going to be another Rich Carucci.
Oh, yes. Uber by day, comedian by night. That's my new thing. I think I'm going to Uber food.
How long? I forgot. How long have you been doing this?
Comedy of 20 years.
Conference, but 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes a long time to get to your level, and I mean, I know I'm not there yet. I still have a ways to go, and there's not that many out there with experience that can get on any stage and deal with any circumstance and deal with any crowd and deal with any heckler and make the most of it. You're one of the few, one of the top 20 or 30,000 I know.
I do. Everyone's going, you did really well. I go, it's just that I'm used to doing shitty gigs.
Those everything makes you stronger, just like this virus. We'll all come out stronger and better.
Absolutely. And they said they're going to give everybody like $1,000, $1,500. As a comic, that's 6 months pay right there. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's not going to quite cover my monthly nut, but yeah. I got the 3 kids, a mortgage, college around the corner. I got a bar mitzvah that's possibly going to be rescheduled.
That's rough. That's rough. Now you had a lot of shows canceled, like all the rest of the comics. Your schedule just went kaput. You know what I mean?
It was right. It's just like my whole comic career. Whenever I feel like I'm finally hitting a higher level, something comes and kicks me in the balls.
Everybody I've talked to, we're all comics, so we all think we caused this. Like I said, we all think we did it. You know what I mean? It's like, oh fuck! Every time I get this is my bad luck. The rest of the world is experiencing. That's what I felt. I go, that's what I get for investing all my hundreds of dollars I saved for the last 15 years and to put all these shows together. And as soon as I got all the paperwork done and everything, all the flyers and tickets, had all the dates booked, boom, this happened. So I feel the same way. I'm like, I've never been closer to, maybe succeeding at some level. And then it's like, boom, no, you're not. Your place in the universe.
Yeah, for whatever reason, this time of the year has always been the best for me in terms of comedy. I always have like the few shows that are scheduled annually, and they're like fundraisers, and they're big shows with lots of people, and they raise lots of money for charity. And I even got my first national exposure on Sirius, and I was promoting the shows, and then boom, right after I finally got a little bit of, I don't know, probably 3 people in Idaho noticed me, but that was about it. But still, that's a big deal, right? before, nobody in Idaho knew me.
There you go. And you know, it's funny, and I love you because when you look at you and you talk to you off stage, you're very like quiet and very subdued. And then when you go up there, the stuff that your humor is so funny and so not just off the wall because it doesn't look like it'd be coming from you. And I really enjoy that. So what got you into comedy? What, you know, did you start as like a side thing or you just wanted to try? I mean, what got you to do it?
My wife wanted me out of the house.
Bam, there you go.
So it was a business coach said, why don't you start doing, it's hard for me to talk about comedy because the only thing I ever talk seriously about, but a business coach said you should start doing things you enjoy more and try to get off that hamster wheel of life. And so I Googled learning comedy, and a guy who taught Jon Stewart was offering a class the next day. And that was Scott Blakeman. And because of him and Sheba Mason and Eric Bronstein and Rich Carucci and Chris Murphy and everybody around me that was supportive from day one to 6 years later, I feel like I have progressed at a thing that very few people can actually do or would have the balls to do, and have a fair amount of success at it considering the amount of time I get on stage compared to most. And I will tell you that there's no group that's more supportive than the comedy group. Even though we're competitive, it's just feeling a part of that group is like something I've never really, you know, had the experience of before.
I feel the same way, that I finally found to where I fit in. So is that what you love about it, or what do you absolutely love about it?
Well, I mean, to give that in the same vein, like if Tom Brady, you know, he gets on the football field, and no other regular guy that's not in the NFL can just get on that same playing field. But the thing about comedy is whether you're the equivalent like Jerry Seinfeld or someone just starting out, you're basically playing on the same stage. And you may, you know, be awful in the beginning, or you may never get good at it, but at least everything is, it's a level playing field. What you do with it is up to you. So it's that idea. And it's just, yeah, I think we're all a little bit psychologically broken, all comedians, and that's okay. And I mean, and for me, that stage is kind of that outlet. It's a little bit of how I deal with some of the, you know, some of my stress and brokenness.
Absolutely. Now, do you do any acting too, or you've been doing some acting, or is
This
that
is the closest right now. It's the closest thing.
closest thing? Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
like to do a little acting, but now today is your birthday. Do you know any? I looked this up, man. Do you know any famous people that have the same birthday as you do?
You know, I do know the Breakfast Club detention is Saturday, March 24th.
Was it really?
Yeah, and
Well,
oh, you know, the comedian Erin Jackson, she and I celebrate the same birthday, and that's all I know. Do you know Erin?
no, but how about today's Peyton Manning's birthday?
Oh, good old Peyton. Yeah. Right now it looks like he and I have the same size head.
The Undertaker, the wrestler. It's his
Oh,
birthday.
good old Undertaker. Yeah.
Kelly
Actually,
LeBron.
Oh, remember her in the day? Wow.
Weird Science. Yeah.
Yeah. That I would have.
Here's one for you. Thomas Dewey.
Thomas Dewey.
Yeah. Ex-governor of New York.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, you got to remember, I'm a Texas kid.
Laura Flynn Boyle. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Allison Hannigan. That's the chick who put the flute in her, you know, from American
Oh
Pie.
yeah. She's amazing. She's really funny.
Isn't she gorgeous too?
Yeah, she is.
You're gonna like this too. Nobody cooler than this Steve McQueen.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah. And the biggest one yet, Harry Houdini.
Oh well, yeah. It's quite. Watch this disappearing act.
Good one. Well,
He's never pulled that off ever.
He's never pulled that. I know. He's still trying to come back though. But now we can't say what's coming up because we don't know what's coming up in the future for your date. But where can people reach out to you?
I know. I have something to plug.
What do you?
I'll probably be taking a shower tomorrow morning.
Okay. He'll be taking a shower tomorrow morning, possibly. You can follow him. He'll be live streaming in the shower. But do you have a website that they can reach out to you at?
Yeah, I do, but actually, I'm on Instagram. I'm pretty easy to find. I'm on Facebook. I mean, Rich, how many people? I think me, you, maybe your mom. Are you going to do the mom intro?
Yeah, I might do that for this. Yeah, I would probably do that. Yeah, if you send it to me, I'll take it and fix it all up.
All right. Yeah,
Not
maybe
me personally.
maybe my kids will watch. Maybe my kids will watch it. I'll make the people in the office. They have to watch it, so we'll get like 8 to 10 viewers.
That's more than I usually get. So, and you're usually at the Greenwich Village Comedy Club weekly.
Actually,
I see you there, definitely.
my big club is West Side. Oops.
Oh, West Side?
Yeah, I mean, I know Al did your show, so we can say Greenwich or Broadway, if you think it'll help me get past
Well,
it.
I'm an Al guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm an Al guy all the way, man. He's been taking care of me my whole career, from New York Comedy Club to Greenwich to Broadway. But no, West Side. That's right. You have a show at West Side.
I think whenever I see Al, he thinks I'm you. He's always like, "Wow, Rich, you look great."
Yeah. Yeah, definitely, and sober. So that was you could have went to my meetings for me. Yeah. But all right, Brad. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, Rich. This was quite an experience.
Well, we'll do another one in person, but enjoy your birthday. Happy quarantine.
Before I go, I have one question.
I'll be checking out for you at Greenwich. We'll be looking at West Side. Yes.
The back of the couch
that?
that you're sitting on looks like a quarantine virus up close. What's going on with that thing?
I actually stopped by the wife's during the quarantine. We have conjugal quarantine visits, so I'm here right now. She's outside doing squats with some kind of I don't know, car tires or something. She's an animal. If you've seen her, she's
all right. Well,
going to be pro bodybuilding soon.
Right. Well, good for her. Good for you, and thank you again.
This is her place. All right, brother. God bless and stay safe.
You too. Bye.